Hello everyone, today we're going to be reviewing or taking a look at Windows 10 Technical Preview Build 10061. So this review is not going to be a particular review of, just seeing what's new in Build 10061. That's because I haven't made an actual Windows 10 video on my channel, so I'm going to be just showing you guys at the beginning about what is new in Windows 10 briefly, not fully in depth, and then later on just talking about what's new in Build 10061, and then my final thoughts. So let's begin. So at first glance, you can see on this side of the taskbar, you can see it's kind of normal, looks like Windows 8, typical Windows 8, but there's this new button which is the notification menu, which is new to Windows 10. And then if you keep going down, you go down to, of course, the pinned apps/programs. So they don't look that much different, but they look more like modern UI, the one that you find in Windows 8. And then if you move on, you see this new button and this new bar, and the Windows icon is a bit smaller. So let's see what you click when you click on this. What happens? Oh, start menu again. So start menu is back, but it's also accompanied by live tiles, the one you found in Windows 8. It's much nicer like this, so it's not that much cluttered, and it's not full screen, so I like this. It's very good. So what else is new? Well, there's this, which is Cortana. If you have never heard of Cortana, or you think it's just Halo, it's actually Microsoft's way of making a voice assistant. So the new voice assistant is Cortana, and it's been on Windows Phone 8.1. And Cortana, you can ask her kind of like Google Now and Siri. You can ask pretty much basically the same questions. So it can say, "Hey Cortana, what's the definition of Spartan?"
Spartan can be an adjective meaning of or relating to Sparta in ancient Greece.
So it just gives you the definition of Spartan. So you also have other settings. You can also find a song which is new, which is if it's kind of like Shazam and all those other apps. That's pretty nice. So there's also this new feature which is Task View. So desktops. If you ever used a Linux-based operating system, a Mac, you know desktops. So this is new. So you can add more and more and more desktops. So if, let's say, I open the new File Explorer, click this, shows you it's opened. And you can also now snap things in quadrants. So instead of just having this, you can have this in quadrants. And then you open other apps and all that. So, that's at a glance Windows 10, and of course there's many other features. So in Windows 10, the modern UI environment and the desktop environment is fusing together into one. Although it's not fully fused, especially okay, so if let's say I open the new Money app, it won't go full screen. It'll go just like another normal program on Windows 10. I'm at Windows 8, sorry. Any program, like a System32 program. So you can see it's much nicer to have, I'll actually use this because it won't be full screen. Anyways, so that's Windows 10 at a glance. But there's also this new addition to Windows 10, which wasn't really previewed at the start of the Windows 10 Technical Preview. It's Project Spartan. So this is essentially the replacement for Internet Explorer, except Internet Explorer was still continue. But this is the new Project Spartan, and it's much nicer. So you can there's more and more different features that you probably won't even find in Google Chrome or any other browser. So there's like you can even draw on web pages now, highlight them, and then there's also a reading view. So here, except I can't do it right now. And if you, let's say, highlight Canada, so you don't know what Canada is, you can right click, ask Cortana, and then just gives you information, which is very, very useful. So that's another feature in Windows 10 that's coming. So that's pretty much Windows 10 at a glance. And there's many other features, except they're not that relevant right now because it's only a brief one. Okay, so let us begin now with what is new with build 10,061. So what's new here is this is not very new, but the dark theme is still here, and the desktop changer, so the task view, the icon changed, and it has a much cleaner UI now. And so there's also 2 new apps updated. So there's a mail app, so this is new. This is a much nicer mail app. And there is a calendar app. So this is the new one. So you're welcome, just get into the account, and then you have your own calendar. So those are some of the updated apps. So there's not that much that has been updated here. There's not like new features, but there's many UI improvements, such as the power button used to be here, but now it's here, so it's much easier for you to access. Now there's also been improvements to the tablet mode. Now in Windows 10, there's a mode called Continuum, which is if, let's say, you're using a tablet, it'll go into tablet mode. If you're using a desktop or laptop, you can go into the ordinary mode like this. So also, you can resize. This is just new in Windows 10. You can also resize this whole thing and all, and then edit this. Anyway, so this is a new feature, but we're going to talk about what's new in tablet mode. So what's new is that the taskbar has just enlarged a bit more. The icons are bigger, so more easy for touch. And you can see that's a nice animation right there. So it becomes full screen. So there's many more improvements to tablet mode for build 10,061. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up really build 10,061. Of course, there's UI improvements and all those under the hood improvements. And also the store icon has changed from gray to blue, which is not very relevant, but still something. There's also a new People app, but it doesn't work, and I have no idea what this is. It is messed up. And this build is very, let's say, buggy. If you didn't see, the weather app was actually green, which is supposed to be blue. Yeah, it's buggy, but I don't really... It's, of course, it's a technical preview. It's not even out. It's not even in... It's not a release candidate. It's not a stable build. They're just pushing these out to for people to send feedback, and there's Windows feedback, so you can talk about what you want in Windows 10, and yeah. So, final thoughts. So, next steps for Windows 10 right now, at least, I think is a better UI, like more eye candy, so it looks more appealing. although it does right now, but still, it doesn't surpass like Windows 7's Aero when it came out. It doesn't surpass like the eye candy there. They need to just, make it look more appealing to the eye. Another next step is, of course, polishing this, which is known. And just having the ability to fuse Aero and Modern. So changing everything from the Aero UI to the Modern UI. So look at this. We still have control panel here. We need, and this is the Aero UI, and then there's also the settings, which is the more modern UI. So there's still some things that need to be done for that. And yeah, so for this build and Windows 10 General so far, I give it 875 out of 1000 on the universe scale, which is my new scaling, like more rating stuff. So yeah, and that covers it all. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.